The first rays of dawn painted the snow-covered landscape in hues of pink and gold. A thin layer of ice glazed the windows, capturing the reflection of a Christmas tree adorned with twinkling lights. The aroma of pine needles and cinnamon wafted through the air, a stark contrast to the heavy silence that blanketed the house. This Christmas morning felt different, colder for Emily. It was her first Christmas without her parents. Emily sat by the fireplace, her fingers tracing the outline of a framed photograph. The warmth of the fire did little to thaw the chill in her heart. She gazed at the picture, her mind drifting back to happier times. It was a picture of her family from last Christmas. Her parents, her brother, and her, all beaming with joy. The tree was adorned with twinkling lights and ornaments, each one holding a special memory. She remembered the scent of pine filling the room, mingling with the aroma of freshly baked cookies. The image brought a fresh wave of grief, a painful reminder of their absence. Tears welled up in her eyes as she recalled the laughter and love that once filled their home. The holidays had always been a time of joy and togetherness, but now they were a stark reminder of what she had lost. She could almost hear her mother's infectious laughter, her father's booming voice leading Christmas carols, her brother's playful teasing, and the way they all gathered around the piano to sing their favorite songs. The echoes of those moments lingered in her mind, a bittersweet symphony of the past. The memories, once a source of comfort, now felt like shards of glass piercing her heart. She clutched the photograph to her chest, wishing she could turn back time. The silence of the room was deafening, a stark contrast to the vibrant celebrations she remembered. Emily knew she had to find a way to move forward, to honor their memory by living a life they would be proud of. But for now, she allowed herself to grieve, to feel the weight of her loss, and to remember the echoes of laughter that once filled her world. A gentle knock on the door startled Emily from her thoughts. It was George, her parents' oldest friend, a kind man with a warm smile that reminded her of her father. He had come to spend Christmas with her, a gesture that spoke volumes of his love and concern. He handed her a letter, her brother's familiar handwriting instantly recognizable. "He wanted you to have this today," George said softly, his eyes filled with empathy. Emily unfolded the letter, her fingers trembling slightly as she carefully opened the envelope. The crisp paper felt delicate in her hands, and she could almost sense the emotions that had been poured into the words written on it. Her brother's words jumped out at her, each sentence carrying the weight of their shared memories. He wrote with a tenderness that brought tears to her eyes, describing moments from their childhood that she had almost forgotten. He wrote of their parents, of their love, their laughter, and the countless evenings spent together as a family. The stories of their parents' unwavering support and the joy they found in the simplest of moments were vividly brought to life. He reminded her of their parents' unwavering belief in the power of family, a belief that had been the cornerstone of their upbringing. Their parents had always emphasized the importance of staying connected, no matter the distance or time that separated them. He reminded her that even in their absence, their love would always bind them together. The bond they shared was unbreakable, a testament to the strength of their family ties. Emily felt a deep sense of gratitude for the love that had shaped her life. Their love would always bind them together, transcending the physical distance that now separated them. The letter was a reminder that family was not just about being together in person, but about the emotional connections that endured through time and space. He had also sent a gift, a record player, a beautiful vintage piece that brought back memories of their parents' love for music. Along with it was their parents' favorite Christmas album, a collection of songs that had filled their home with warmth and joy every holiday season. The album cover was worn from years of use, but it was a cherished relic of their family's history. As she held it in her hands, Emily could almost hear her parents' laughter and feel the festive spirit that had always enveloped their home during Christmas. As the familiar melodies filled the room, Emily closed her eyes and let the music wash over her. Each note was a reminder of the love and happiness that had defined her childhood. The songs were a bridge to the past, connecting her to the moments that had shaped her. Emily felt a sense of solace wash over her. The music was a comforting presence, a reminder that her parents' love was still with her, guiding her through life's challenges. In that moment, she knew that the gift of music was more than just a collection of songs. It was a testament to the enduring power of family and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. Section 5. Sharing Memories, Sharing Grief. George listened patiently as Emily shared stories of past Christmases, her voice thick with emotion. She spoke of her mother's delicious gingerbread cookies, her father's comical attempts at wrapping presents. George, in turn, shared his memories, painting a vivid picture of her parents' love story, their kindness, and their zest for life. As they reminisced, Emily realized that grief shared was grief diminished. Section 6. Finding Solace in Community. Later that afternoon, they were joined by other members of their community, friends, neighbors, and fellow churchgoers. The house, once filled with Emily's silent grief, now buzzed with conversation and laughter. Children ran around the Christmas tree, their joyous squeals a heartwarming melody. Emily, surrounded by the warmth and love of her community, felt a glimmer of peace return to her heart. Section 7. The Spirit of Christmas. As the day wore on, Emily realized that the true spirit of Christmas lay not in the presents or the feast, but in the love and connections we share. It was about keeping the memories of loved ones alive, finding solace in community, and offering kindness to those around us. It was about embracing the present moment, even in the face of sorrow. Section 8. A toast to absent loved ones. As the stars twinkled in the night sky, they gathered around the dinner table. Emily raised her glass, her eyes shining with unshed tears. "To Mom and Dad," she said, her voice thick with emotion, "may their love continue to guide and comfort us." Everyone echoed her toast, a poignant reminder that even in their absence, her parents' presence was deeply felt. Section 9. Embracing the present, hopeful for the future. The holiday season had always been a time of reflection and gratitude for Emily. This year, however, it felt different. The world outside was blanketed in snow, and the twinkling Christmas lights seemed to shine a little brighter, as if trying to lift the spirits of everyone around. As Emily blew out the last candle on the Christmas cake, a sense of gratitude washed over her. She remembered the many Christmases spent with her family, the laughter, the joy, and the warmth that filled their home. This year, things were different, but the essence of the season remained the same. Despite the overwhelming sadness that had touched her life, she found solace in the love of her friends. They had become her extended family, sharing in her joys and sorrows and standing by her side through thick and thin. The bond they shared was unbreakable, forged through countless memories and experiences. The comfort of her community was another source of strength for Emily. The neighbors who had always been there, the familiar faces that greeted her with a smile, and the sense of belonging that came from being part of something larger than herself. These connections were a reminder that she was never truly alone. And then there was the enduring spirit of Christmas, the carols that filled the air, the decorations that adorned every corner, and the acts of kindness that seemed to multiply during this time of year. It was a season of giving, of hope, and of love, and it reminded Emily of the goodness that still existed in the world. She knew that the journey ahead wouldn't be easy. There would be challenges to face, obstacles to overcome, and moments of doubt. But she also knew that she had the strength to persevere. The lessons she had learned, the support she had received, and the resilience she had built would guide her through the toughest of times. And she also knew that she wasn't alone. Her friends, her community, and the spirit of the season were all with her, providing the encouragement and support she needed. Together, they would face whatever came their way, united in their determination and hope. And in that realization, she found a glimmer of hope for the future. The sunrise that painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, the promise of a new day, and the belief that better times were ahead. Emily embraced the present, with all its challenges and joys, and looked forward to the future with hope and optimism.